whenever you're ready for your log.
All right. Captain Starlog, November 29th, 2285. Fleet Admiral Vandelay has ordered the Argo to reinforce the 7th Fleet under Admiral Bennett around Bajor. Scuttlebutt has it that the Cardassians are mobilizing for a strike against the sector. Some kind of insurgency seems to have broken out on Bajor itself. So far, Bennett has apparently been able to keep a lid on things, although it seems to me that our borders have been threatening to boil over more and more often since Emperor Spock began instituting his so-called reforms. In any event, the ship and crew are confident and well-blooded after our recent missions, the pacification of Trillius Prime, assisting in the punishment of the Zulathian rebels, and eliminating the Arcanian threat once and for all. If the spoonheads and Bajoran fundamentalists have forgotten themselves, the Argo under my command is eager to remind them of their place in the galaxy and to put them firmly back into it. Long live the Empire!
Yeah. Spoonheads.
So, as the log states, today's campaign is a Mirror Universe one. Currently, the Argo is on its way to Bajor, where it is there to assist Admiral Bennett and their struggle against the Bajoran resistance. Oop. Be the wrong bridge. There we go.
Oh, look at you.
Keep in mind, everyone in for today's session will have a dagger equipped to them. Does one challenge? It's one challenge dice of damage, and it's vicious 1 for melee combat.
Oh, I still had it on my sheet from when we were doing the weird one.
But yes, the Argo is currently heading towards, the ISS Argo is currently on its way towards Bajor.
Right. Haggard sits regally on his throne, the central chair, with his Starfleet red leather armored vest and black leather trench coat kind of draped artfully about him. Commander von Wartburg, what is the latest intelligence report on what's happening in the Bajor sector?
I'm reading over the report now, sir. See how much they actually share with us, rather than just simply surprise us at the end of it.
Yes.
I would really like a live sample, Captain.
You're cutting in and out.
He turned on and says he'd really like a live sample this time.
Ha! We'll see if we can arrange that for you, Doctor.
We can probably get some sort of neurotoxin. Might as well poison the rats out.
Captain, reports are in. Looks like Bennett has things under control. No new reports at the moment, but...
Excellent. Well, disappointingly enough, we may just be showing up to show the flag and remind the Cardassians and the Bajorans that for all of the Emperor's more moderate policies, we still have the mightiest battleship the galaxy has ever seen.
It's too bad about the other ships. He grins at that.
How so, number one?
Oh, I don't know. Bit of incompetence here. Wrong thing said there. And for some reason, we're the one getting sent everywhere.
Huh. Well, Either we're that good, or we're that good and that much of a threat to those above us. What's our ETA, Sanadel?
1 minute, sir. Let me get the calculations, and I will have them for you. Could always go faster too, Captain. Sir. Or sir.
Sorry, you cut out in the first of that.
Sorry, she says 2 hours, sir.
Excellent.
Although I can always push her faster if we had to.
What is our current speed?
I have her at about warp 7. I can get her higher, easily.
Yes. Bridge to Commander Martel.
Martel here.
Can you give me warp 11 for 2 hours? Or less, actually.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
And without permission, she just hits the button and with a big old smile.
Commander von Wartburg, I want long-range scans as soon as we can get them. Let's not
You'll
walk
have
into
them.
any surprises.
Oh, they're probably screwing something up. We'll have to clean up, so I'll keep an eye out. You don't happen to have any enemies in the area, do you, Captain?
None living that I'm aware of.
With that, the several minutes have passed by since you increased your speed to warp 11. The Argo comes out of warp, and over on the view screen you see Bajor, surrounded by Imperial ships, including one of your sister ships, the ISS Dominator, the flagship for Admiral Bennett.
Couldn't get
Looks
them
like
all.
we did miss the fun.
Huh.
Well, damn.
Ensign Mira, hail the Admiral's flagship. Haggard will stand in front of his chair.
Mira just nods and puts Admiral hails the Dominator, and on screen appears in his leather uniform, dagger on his side, and pins and medals throughout on his chest. Captain Haggard, it's a miracle you joined us.
I do the whole, fist over the heart and then straight arm out salute. Reporting as ordered, Admiral. Long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire. It is good that you're here. You have several empaths aboard your vessel still.
I do. I smile.
Require their services. My last interrogator was killed by rebellious scum. We have captured one of them, and I need an interrogator while he's in the agony booth.
Well, there's nothing, and I look at Sonadel and Dasha with a fond grin. There's nothing my two girls can't ferret out of him.
The character will smile at that devilishly.
You get a smirk out of Sonadel.
That's excellent news, Captain. I expect you within the hour aboard my ship where the prisoner is currently at.
We'll see you shortly. Argo out.
And the screen goes blank and replaced by the Terran Empire logo.
Blowhard.
Maybe so, number one, but still our superior officer and currently riding high in the Emperor's favor, so...
For now.
Anything show up on those long-range scans we need to be concerned about?
Just a meager little planet getting its teeth kicked in.
Well... If
Yeah,
they hadn't
we have a
gotten
war
religion.
on. We're wasting time. This meager rabble.
The planet's strategically important.
I suppose, sir.
Perfect place to keep an eye on and launch a strike into Cardassian space. And, of course, their first target, should they decide to make a move. We can't afford to have a fire burning here if something breaks out with them.
Are you going over to interrogate them yourself, sir? With your entourage?
Ha! Yes, I think Kenra, Dasha, and I are due for a bit of an outing, assuming you can hold down the ship in our absence, number one.
It is part of my duties. Do what I must, sir.
Captain, if you wish, I could join you. I'm sure I can alleviate and cause pain as much as possible.
Yes. After the last time, we probably need you keeping an eye on their neural activity. Sometimes, as skilled as you two are, sometimes you do push a bit too hard. We can't have another embolism on our hands.
But it's fun to watch their eyes roll back in the back of their head, Captain.
I know. Well, Sonadel, you feel like doing a little flying, maybe taking a shuttle over to the Dominator?
She just kind of cracks her knuckles. When am I never, ever not up for flying, Captain?
I certainly am not going to trust their transporter chief to beam us back.
That's how captains get assassinated.
Among other ways.
True.
All right. Number one, have the shuttle bay prep the shuttle. We're on our way down. Ladies, grab whatever gear you'll need. Doctor, you're with us.
Alrighty. Sonadel will have her dagger and will get an agonizer just in case she gets the urge to torture them just a little. And that'll be it. So that's what she's bringing.
It'll be like 5 minutes and then I'll be done, I think. Sure. Sorry.
Then Captain will have his dagger and the Type 2 phaser. Normal stuff.
Actually, I've been sharpening my dagger a bit. Maybe I might be able to skin this one a bit.
Only after we get the information we need, Doctor.
Okay. You're not one of them people who believe that torture is done as a method, and after a certain amount, they'll give you anything.
Oh, I think eventually, if it's not handled properly to escape pain, anybody will tell you anything if they think that's what you want to hear, and it'll make the pain stop. That's why we rely on professionals like yourself and Sonadel and Daye to keep that balance. Make sure we get the truth, and not a load of lies.
I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this, and then we can actually have some fun. He looks across at the two ladies and smiling.
She looks away repulsed by his Andorian features. He's not a man.
So, Sonadel will smirk at him because she thinks he's kind of cute. For having blue skin.
Ring off already, huh?
Why not?
Yes.
It's the Mirror Universe. Who cares?
Pleasure after business.
Yep.
And the GM's whispering into the Exo's ears.
I think Mira is.
Ah. Something we should be aware of, number one?
Nothing of ship's business anyway. Don't worry, I'm not going to crash it into the planet.
Oh.
I'm getting a read on the commander. Is he feeling anything like than genuine humor? Like, obviously malice towards everything, because that's normal. But basically I'm gauging if he's lying or not. Do that. I mean, that's what I'm around for. That's insight medicine. Or would it be insight security?
So either security or command. Probably security.
Okay. Okay.
Because you're trying to detect what, analyze what their motives are.
Yep. And take a threat. It's that type of game today. Yeah. I got one and a complication.
You don't detect
I'm just
anything
gonna leave
out of the unusual from Wolfgang.
She just kind of looks at the captain and says, his normal malice, and she walks past him towards the turbo lift.
All right. Let's make our way down to the shuttle bay, ladies. And Doctor?
Will come with us, but he's not in, or she's not in right now.
One step at a time.
So we're going to Shuttle Bay 1? Yeah?
Sure.
I
We'll see if this episode
and-
turns out with us having to take the ship back from the traitorous Commander Wolfberg.
Oh no, we'll take the what was it called? The Dominator? And
Dominator.
we'll just blow this one up.
Be sure to let the Admiral know the captain's coming when the shuttle's en route. We don't want to surprise the Admiral or anything with his rather busy schedule.
True enough.
Of course, Commander.
Haran, could you double check Sonadel's numbers, by the way, for our escape routes? The last thing I need is for that stupid empath to get us crashed into a star or something. And Yeoman, where the hell's my coffee? Captain leaves, that means I get coffee. Not you just sitting there diddling with the controls.
Yes, sir. Right away. She goes to get coffee with a little arsenic in it.
Oh god, the Mirror Universe. It's just hard to even think like this.
Really? I'm finding it quite fun. I play D&D a lot.
Fair.
And the psychopathy test is complete.
Right, yeah.
It's like the normal people. Yeah, this is going to be hard to do. Him? Yeah, this is great. I can stab them.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
No
much.
lingering doubts about going lethal, that's for sure.
Without a second thought. Anyway.
All right, as the current away team heads towards the shuttle bay,
Mhm.
there is a crewman who is slacking in his duties as he's prepping the shuttle for launch.
Sonadel will move him. Will hit him with the agonizer and tell him to move. I'll do it.
I don't
Finish
have portable
up.
agonizers yet.
I will
Well,
hit
that's
him
fine.
with a riding crop across the face. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Riding crop across the face.
And then Sonadel will tell him to move, and she'll do it. And she will finish prepping the shuttle for launch.
And then I'll hit him again for fun.
That's what you get for slacking.
I'll look back to see if the captain notices.
I'm just kind of watching with kind of a tolerant expression on my face.
Sweet. Then she gives him a smirk and then she strikes the guy again. A smile creeps over her face.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't, crewman. There are things,
Of course.
and I kind of smile at Dai, and I say, there are things that are far worse than an agonizer booth.
And far better, she says, Captain.
Well, more enjoyable.
She looks back at the Andorian, staring at his antlers.
All right, everybody, we're ready to go. You hear from inside the shuttle.
All right. Oh, got the token and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Haggard to bridge.
Bridge here, Captain.
Permission to leave the ship.
I don't know, sir. Should put it up the chain of command. I nod at the ensign.
Huh.
Don't know if we have the proper permits, you see.
I'm
I
sure
could always-
this works in order.
Blow out the door, Commander.
No, I think the
Sonadel
Emperor
says.
would really mind that. Doors should be
Not-
opening.
And do let the Admiral know we're on our way, if you would.
Will
Emma?
do, Captain.
And take good care of my ship and watch our backs and your own.
I should be telling you that, Captain.
Ha,
The
I'll
head
be
that's
fine.
highest is the easiest to reach.
I'll be fine. I have my girls with me.
Yes, you do.
Some of us are just girly. She looks over at the Andorian.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sexism in the Mirror universe too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are good at what we do, so
That's right,
no,
yeah,
it makes
you know.
sense.
I do have this image in my head of you two, like in the midriff bearing miniskirt thing, just looking all barbarically badass and Haggard there in his long trench coat, just like yeah, that's right.
They're like sitting on his lap as he's sitting on the captain's chair. I gotcha.
Yeah. Why not?
That means my guy can wear his triple coat.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's only once a year.
Bad part is he actually has a picture of him in a triple coat.
Theater of mind.
So the Argo, or Argo shuttle, heads towards the Dominator. They get permission to land. As you land, you find that the Dominator's interior is not that much different from the Argo's, as it is your sister ship.
Right.
At least here, it is.
Mm-hmm.
A young ensign, Terran, is there to greet you. He's like, Admiral Bennett will like to see you in the agonizer room.
Lead the way, Ensign.
Adele will follow.
As he does the whole Roman salute and then starts walking. As you go down the corridor of the Dominator, you do see others who are walking by stand to salute and give the salute as you walk by.
All right. Return the salute, kind of, negligently, as superior officers kind of do to inferiors.
Sonadel winks at a couple of them. He walks by. And she will follow the captain.
As will I. I will make sure. I'll keep a watch to make sure that nobody gets a drop on us.
Oh yeah.
I don't want anybody to backstab us, the captain. I'll be very paranoid.
I'd say that's probably the same with both of us, but yeah. She's the security officer. But yep, equally as paranoid.
But it's only paranoid if they're not after you.
In the Mirror universe, they definitely are.
This is called
You
cautious.
do get some like hints from empathic, like some of them are kind of scared. Others seem like malice or envy of your position.
Sonadel just chuckles as they're walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
As you reach the room, the ensign stops, salutes again, and says, "The admiral's in here."
They kind of cock an eyebrow at Sonadel as if to suggest, everything okay in there,
Yeah, I try and read into the room.
Oh, you read someone is in very much intense pain. And even in fact, at the door, you do hear screams of someone in there screaming out in intense agony.
Sounds fine.
Somebody's having a party, she says.
Well, let's not be late.
And yep. Inside do we go, I would think, yeah?
Sweep on through.
Happy times.
The room opens up. You see an elderly man in his, of Admiral Bennett in his leather uniform jacket. Goes, Captain, glad you can join us. I see you brought your entourage, as per usual.
Well, never let it be said that I let resources go unused, Admiral. How can we assist?
I need your impasse to help engage in this interrogation while that he's telling the truth in matters. He's seemed rather resistant as he kind of looks coldly at his doctor, who's currently doing the interrogation. I would have my own empath do it, but he was killed recently.
Enemy action? Or just incompetence?
Incompetence, really. On his own part, the man was foolish to let his guard down. That's in such of a manner.
Is the prisoner out in the open?
Oh no, he's in the agony booth.
He's in the chamber?
Yeah, and he is. You see like all the reddish glow around him, and he's just there, screaming as the doctor is turning up the voltage.
She looks over. The doctor. Maybe you can get your goon to stop doing that?
Easier to get a baseline when they're not in excruciating pain. Add.
He just kind of looks at the admiral, and the admiral nods, and he lets go and turns off or stops the torture and steps aside. And he kind of looks at you. After you.
And Sonadel will walk up and yeah, we'll take a read and then have Daye do it, I guess. Both have a base.
The doctor will walk up to their doctor. Thanks for your incompetence, but I think you're going to be relieved now.
So is
Watch
the
your
person
tongue, Dorian. You know,
Two to get a base on him.
is the person
So he says
Bajoran?
the person in general is Bajoran. He is badly bruised. He is, obviously male. Black hair. Doesn't have the earring that Bajorans particularly usually wear.
Right.
He's dressed in rather civilian type attire, leather jackets, just a rough shirt and some jeans.
Right.
She will open up the door to that chamber. Take the leather gloves off of her hand and place her hand in a space.
Keep in
Try to
mind,
guess.
Admiral, this one is he looks as like this individual is highly dangerous. He took out 4 of my best men. I advise your chief of security waver in caution if she values your own life.
She glances back and smiles. I'm sure we can handle him. After all, there's a captain and an admiral in the room. She says,
Oh, don't let their looks deceive you, Admiral. The lieutenants here are quite deadly on their own, kind of like having my own pair of Furies at hand.
You just get a smirk from Sonadel.
So, who is this man and what do we want to get from him?
"Is this Daddy and what does he do?"
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Sir?
Is Cruzy Vrenia. He's a resistance member. And for what we can tell, him and his associates are planning another attack on probably one of our compounds. Him and 5 others were, well, only him was captured when they attempted to do a raid on the Imperial barracks on Bajor.
I will run my hand across his face and pull out my riding crop, run it down the side of his arm, and act kind of caring for a moment. And I want to berate him. Maybe with a presence and command. I want to talk down to him. I want to convince him like he's low and he will help us. I want to show them that the technology is superior. Is not not superior to what you could do with your own bare hands and your own wit.
Give me a command presence plus. Command plus presence. Difficulty is 4.
Cool. I have a focus in berating that I have yet to use, and I will give you 3 threat.
It's 1 momentum.
I don't care about that complication. She will sweet talk him and then berate him. And she says, they took your earring from you? Says to the man.
You sell out your own kind. You may be superior, think you're superior, but you've taken more than just my earring.
We
can
could
take
take
much
your
more than
ears.
To
Like
your
your family?
worst. My family. Don't talk about my family. You've already murdered them, you butchers.
She riding crops him across the face until somebody has to stop her. She'll literally
Technically,
smack
we
him.
don't need
Whack,
his-
whack, 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 whack.
Technically, we don't need him to talk at this present moment. We've got 2 telepaths here. Why don't we just take his
Empaths.
phone? Empaths, sorry.
Empaths. Yeah, ask him the questions you want to know. If he's lying, we'll.
He is
Die.
not. He's not lying
Don't take
yet.
his eye.
She holds her hand, looks back at the captain with this kind of lustful and angry look.
A nod knowingly. Information first, fun after.
Hmm.
She asks, she looks back to Admiral. She says, what do you want to know? She says,
We have reasons to believe that there is another threat to one of our installations. I'd like to know where and when.
Hmm.
she asks him, and she asks him random, or she asks him calculated questions like, is it tomorrow? Is it the next day? That kind of stuff. Things that I can kind of get the whole yes or no kind of is he lying kind of thing out of it, you know? And just try to gauge his emotions while Sonadel does too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sonadel is also reading him as she's asking him. And so, what role is that? Same inside security, or
I have not told you what the role is.
is asking?
So far, as you berating him, he really hasn't been saying too much.
Okay. What? So Sonadel will walk behind him and say, "So, tell me, they're plotting something big, aren't they?" Back in the agonizer booth,
you
she
like-
says.
Oh, good. I was wondering when
Maybe-
the torture would start again.
"Oh, who's torturing? Maybe they'll let me keep you as a pet," she says.
She walks back to
Lonely
Yeah,
cabin.
always
slave such
looking
as
for new
yourself
facts.
having a pet? Don't be ridiculous.
"Oh, I'm good at what I do. I could probably ask the captain for anything." She just kind of looks and smiles at the captain. Oh,
She'll walk back to cabin, put her glove
your
back on.
friends.
They've numbed him. He's been numbed by that machine, she says.
Is there any way medically I can either increase his pain to so he does get the agonizer, or any way to give him some sort of truth serum?
I mean, if you're gonna want to cause him more pain, I guess this would be like an advantage. So, let's go control plus medicine, difficulty 2.
I'll
Oh, he spent the momentum. Yes.
Get the
Be
momentum
medicine or
back.
security.
Got it back.
Oh, why am I doing? I don't.
It
And
doesn't
security
matter at
instead of
this
med-
point, but
I've got it anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, you pump him full of drugs that will enhance his pain tolerance.
Hmm. This should
Okay,
help.
so it increases his.
So everything he feels is
Well-
just going to be amplified.
That
So are
should
you
be
going?
a bit more helpful for you, Tippo.
Thank you, Doctor. They planning something big? She walks around. She's pulling her dagger as she walks from behind him.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I believe that's why she asked.
Oh, the irony in this, being tortured by fellow aliens. You don't even know who the real enemy is, do you?
Probably more so than you do, Miles. And then she nicks his face with the dagger.
He squints a little, feeling the pain. Just kind of looks at you, or just traces his eyes at you as you start walking.
She's just
Fine.
constantly just walking around him. But yes, I would like to know, or this can get a whole lot worse.
I can do
Instructed
this
to
all
keep
day.
you alive. Could you? Okay.
Never talk.
In her mind, can you hold him down?
My character rolls her eyes as if this is all a waste of time. And then she looks at Haggard and she says, "This is a waste of time."
Suggest.
They've already numbed the prisoner, she says. He's useless now. She should use her pheromones to entice him.
Don't think she has those, actually.
No, she doesn't.
Well, it depends on if my Mirror Universe version of myself would have them, or if I just have what I have. That is the question.
You have them, but you're not able to really use them in the capacity that what the talent would suggest.
Cool.
That's fine. Then for story purposes, she uses them.
Oh.
I think you should
Well,
just
they're
put him
not
in an airlock and give him a matter of seconds, and if he doesn't respond, just blow him out the airlock.
Then I can't take his
I've already
fingers.
forfeited my life. I'm prepared to die.
Oh. That's the best words I've ever heard. Are you prepared to live?
Then, do you have
Can I-
questions for him?
Yes.
Oh no. Sorry.
Yes. Which city? I look at the
Beg your
gods.
pardon?
Which city?
You'll have to be more specific.
Very well. Which city are you willing to sacrifice? And I open up my communicator. Haggard to Argo.
Argo here.
Load all photon torpedo tubes. Be ready to institute planetary bombardment on my order. I look back at the standby. I look back at the guy. Which city? You're prepared to die. Are you prepared for, I don't know, guess it depends on the city. Thousands, tens of thousands, 1 million or more of your people to die?
I'll not play this game with you, Terran.
I look over at the Admiral. Would you like to pick the city, sir? At least the first?
How about one of their newer colonies that they established? I hear there's
Sounds-
quite many women and children there, from what I'm told.
And
Do
the
you-
coordinates?
He looks at the security officer. The prisoner turns and goes, "You wouldn't dare. You still need our people."
Well, one colony,
we do.
more or less. And to be fair, your primitive theology has you breeding like rats. You can replace it within a generation easily. You said it yourself. I am the enemy. The enemy to every rebel who gets in the Empire's way. The enemy to every foolish species that thinks it can stand up and dictate terms to Terrans of the Terran Empire. There's nothing I wouldn't do.
Captain,
Yes.
might I suggest
Didn't
she
you-
looks around for a screen? Might I suggest we broadcast it for him while he's thinking about it in the booth? She
Excellent
says.
idea.
Oh,
And she kicks him back into the booth. Slams the door.
Now, what were those coordinates again? And I look at, smiling at the security officer that the Admiral had looked to.
Transmitting to your ship now.
Commander Martel, you have the coordinates?
I have them, sir.
Take the Argo to appropriate firing position. Let me know when you're ready to eliminate this colony. Oh, and please do try to minimize any collateral damage, but let's make sure that no one survives.
Shall I keep this channel open, sir?
Yes, and please transmit to the Dominator for the edification of its crew and of our special guest. And hold fire until I tell you. Just let me know when you're in position.
Understood. Ensign Huron.
I turn back to the guy and I say, whether these people live or die, it's up to you.
You wouldn't.
And,
Your Emperor forbids such tactics. You wouldn't dare try that.
does he? I don't remember getting that order. I don't remember getting any orders not to contain rebellions against the Empire. Admiral, have I missed any general orders?
He kind of grins a little bit, and also trying to hide is like the fact there is sort of an order, but I don't recall any. At least not lately.
And
A game. She looks at the guy in the booth. I'll turn on the booth for every photon torpedo they fire.
oh no, Sanadel. Let's leave him perfectly cognizant as the photonic rain falls upon his people. You said a new colony with women and children, Admiral. Well, what do you expect from these rebels? They care so little for even the lives of their own people. They're willing to sacrifice tens of thousands just to keep some measly little secret.
The more of the more you kill of us, the more that will rise up.
well, unless we cause an extinction event.
It's true. My doctor here has been working very diligently on genomic viruses, tailor-made for
Hmm.
specific species. He's a bit of a rascal, this one. Still,
It's kind of
your choice. Tell us what we want to know and tell us true, and your colony lives. Don't tell us, and it dies, and I pick another target.
You could save a lot of lives, she says. And that's on you.
You're concerned about saving lives? It's preposterous.
And
You
Oh.
over the
We were just hoping you were.
comm line that is open, Martel goes, Captain, I have put us in geosynchronous orbit of the colony that you specified. We are ready to fire on your command.
Lock all photons on target,
Locked.
and I raise my eyebrow at the guy.
give me a command plus presence roll. Difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. Okay. Don't suppose strategy and tactics or negotiation would work.
I mean, technically, this is a very dark negotiation, but it's a negotiation nonetheless. What we want to know, or we'll kill your people.
GM?
Negotiation, but it is a negotiation.
Thinking.
Okay. You said it was difficulty 4.
Yeah. I'll say you have a relevant focus here.
Okay. Click that, and then yeah, I'll give you 3 threat for. Wait, I'll give you 1 momentum and 2 threat for extra dice.
Okay, so I'm keeping track of momentum now as he's not at
Okay.
his computer.
So I'm spending
So-
the last 1 plus 2 threat to give me 4 dice, which also lets me do bold command. So his presence command,
Yep.
difficulty 4. Ooh,
Ooh.
it's no good. And let me re-roll 1 of those.
Yeah. That's
You
4.
It's
You
4.
made it, and there is a complication. Fine. I'll tell you. Just get your ship away from the colony.
Hold fire for a moment, Mr. Martel. Maintain orbit.
Aye, sir, standing by.
We have
We're all waiting.
plans. We have plans to take out the Imperial power grid.
And I look to Dai and Sanadel.
Mm-hmm. Is he lying?
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth so far, Captain. She says.
Details, my friend. When, where, how many. It's all in the details.
Wasn't privy to that information, Captain. I'm merely a grunt.
I look at the ladies and the doctor.
Mhm. I'll let Daya answer this one. If she's
You're like what? Why are you looking at me?
Is he lying? I took my turn. It's your turn.
She will reach out to the Force. Do you want me to make rules for that? Or are you going to just say that they know?
He's not lying per se, but he's not saying everything. Like, you can feel that he's holding back.
He's still holding back, Captain. I don't think he's taking us very serious.
Ah, that's a shame. Mr.
It's
Martell?
not true. It's not true.
Mr. Martell, fire tube 1.
No, please,
Nice.
Captain,
And-
please, no.
On the bridge of the Argo, Martel just hits one button.
If you have a military target, she says, tell us.
The power station in the southern continent. I don't know which one, but I know that's the one. But it's one of those. I swear to
True.
God, that's all I know.
Truth, I look at either one of you two.
Yeah, is he telling the truth?
Yeah.
Mr.
For his
Martell,
part of it. She knows right.
Mr. Martell, emergency detonation of the torpedo, please.
Aye, sir.
She whispers in the captain's ear. She tells him, you should just let it fly anyways.
Well, we'll see if it actually manages to blow up in time.
Hmm.
Should I
Martel,
roll a
Yeah,
communication security?
Control plus security, with communications plus security from the ship. Let's make it actually a threat. So why not? Difficulty 3.
Okay. Oh, we don't have that one. Oh, why not? Take one of those back.
It's like, oops. Guess. And off.
Focus and computers.
Not for this, no.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, no comp, but yay! The torpedo detonates on the view screen just above the actual colony.
Sometimes the sheer level of skill of my crew makes me sad. Still, that's probably going to be some really dangerous weather for the next little bit. But I smile at the guy. Far better than if it had actually landed, eh?
And I thought you were supposed to endure your enlightenment period.
Well, the colony's still there, isn't it? If you don't think this is enlightenment, consider the fate of the Halkins. At least I think that was the name of the planet in the mirror.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You're right. I've told you everything that I know.
Ladies, what do you say? Is this fine young man finally being truthful with us? Has he come to see the light?
Has he? Is he lying to us?
Not per se.
He's still holding stuff back, though.
I
Yeah.
think Sanhedel should spend more time with him.
Mm.
Don't you, Sanhedel? He doesn't seem exactly compliant.
He doesn't, does he?
Unless, of course, you're not up to it. She says.
She just kind of like moves her fingers along the agonizer keys and just goes, oops, and turns it on. And then shuts it back off.
And
Now.
you hear him screeching in pain.
It's like an opera. Now, everything, or I'm going to do it again.
Admiral, I don't know that he has any more actionable information. I'm sure there's some other details he might be able to come through, but... Daya,
Very
would you
well.
agree that this is about all we're going to get from this man on this particular incident?
Like I said, she says he was very close to being numb. She says we should spend our time elsewhere. I could certainly think of more pleasurable things to do.
It's one of the things I love about you, my dear.
So this one's useless. Can I play with him more?
Admiral? I think such good work deserves a little indulgence.
I'll leave it up to you, Captain. However, we need to figure out which one of these power plants are about to be under attack by terrorists.
Very well. Sanadel, you can stay here and amuse yourself, or come with us and get briefed on these southern power plants.
She turns on the agonizer and smashes the controls. Oops. And then walks towards the captain.
Oh, Sanadel, that was a very expensive piece of equipment.
Oh, wow. Will
She
be
looks back.
repayment enough to pay for it, she says.
She looks back at the admiral like, "You can accept that?"
Captain Haggard,
apologies.
I think your pet needs some time in the agonizing booth themselves to learn restraint.
I'll grab her by the arm and start walking her over there.
Oh.
My apologies, Admiral. Perhaps I can
Are we going to do this week again? Okay.
replace your control panel there in a case of Saurian brandy to smooth the waters.
Very well.
She waits holding
See
her arm.
that this doesn't happen again, Captain, because the next time it does, you'll be in the agonizing booth.
I will take Lieutenant Sanadel's discipline under my own responsibility.
See that
And
you
I just
do.
wickedly
Captain.
grin. Come along, ladies, Doctor. Let's see if we can't prevent a terrorist operation or two.
Yes, Captain. She just snatches her arm away from Daae and walks off.
So yeah, follow the Admiral. See what's up next.
I love playing evil Sonadel. This is so fun.
The Admiral goes, I think your pets need to look into figuring out where this terrorist attack is happening. It's for you, Captain. We have some matters to discuss.
Certainly, Admiral, if they can use a small briefing room, perhaps, and computer access, see what they can find out.
Prefer that they do it on your own vessel. You'll be given the appropriate information.
Very well.
Captain,
wanna
you should
read-
not be unaccompanied by someone in security.
Yeah, I was going to get a read on the Admiral. Is he going to harm my poor captain?
No, but he's a little irritated.
Okay.
I'll be all right, girls. Head on back to the ship, Sonadel. I'll calm you to come pick me up once the Admiral and I are done.
She just gives a head nod. And we'll go towards the shuttle, as instructed, to go back to the ship.
As will I.
As will the doctor, because he's back now.
I will.
Yep, I'll come back.
I will. Yeah. I will go that way. Yes, that way.
Yes, that way.
So
Maybe a couple
you're
hours in
heading.
the agony is worth it.
So I take it you're heading back to the ship.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Fox says, and the admiral shoots him in the back.
Right?
yeah, right?
Inner combat.
the captain, the admiral, and you, captain, are walk towards a briefing room. It's just the two of you inside, and he looks at you, Captain. So, Captain, I need people I can trust on this matter. The Emperor's
Certainly,
new policies haven't been going too well. There may come a time when Terrans need to retake the throne.
Yes, I've been keeping my ears out for fleet scuttlebutt and back channels. It seems like every border is restive lately. And
The Empire needs to show who's boss again. If we continue in this direction, there will not be an empire left.
I
Emperor
agree.
Spock has see to its destruction.
I agree, and I don't understand it. I don't see how an officer who served so ably under the great Kirk, who managed to actually get rid of Kirk, could be so soft. But time and again, when
Emperor,
I've expected him to put down the iron heel, he has refrained.
but people who have attempted to do him harm have disappeared suddenly. He's in possession of something of great power, which is why no one has made a power play on him yet.
Very well, Admiral. Now that we have solved the problems of the Empire, what do you need from me?
Your support in the coming days, Captain. That's all I ask.
Of course. You've always had it, and we've both benefited from it greatly.
I will tell you one thing, though. I do not like the activity that's coming across from Cardassia. There may be a coming engagement soon. And these terrorist activities, I feel like they could be linked.
Have the Cardassians mobilized?
They're not making obvious moves based on our long-range sensors. But I can feel it, Captain.
The
They're
Argo
planning
is
something.
The Argo is rigged for pathfinding missions. We'd be willing to go in and do a quick snoop and scoot.
I don't think that'll be necessary right now. Let's try not to aggravate the beehive just yet.
Very well, sir. We'll concentrate on trying to stop this next terrorist attack. What is the situation with the power grid on the southern continent, southern hemisphere?
Everything is stable for now. Whatever they're planning, it's going to be soon. And God forbid the Cardassians come and take advantage of that.
Are there multiple grids or just one central one?
One on the northern hemisphere and one on the southern hemisphere. If either of them go down, Cardassians would be able to entrench themselves on Bajor. It would be a long campaign for us to retake
Indeed.
it.
You'll provide us with all the information on current securities and precautions being taken?
Yes, I will.
And my people will need broad authority down there to move things as we need to get them moved and get people moving without too much bucking and going up the chain to double check behind us.
If anyone gives you problems, you know what to do.
Understood, sir. Right. Well, looks like I'm off to hunt terrorists.
Appreciate it, Captain. And good luck.
Keep you in the loop, Admiral, and I do the salute. And
Returns
back.
the salute.
head back and contact Sonadel on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Sonadel will drop him and flip around the shuttle and head back.
Kill him, Captain.
Exactly. Become an admiral. Take the ship.
Admiral Haggard now.
Exactly.
Might cause more
Emperor.
problems than you think.
Emperor
Right? For everybody.
Haggard.
For Haggard. Yeah.
I've got enough troubles riding herd on you two. Sexy little psychopaths.
You know,
All right.
it happens.
Back on the bridge.
Does Roll20 have a zoom in, zoom out shortcut?
It does. I just can't remember it.
Oh, we're not back yet.
I believe it's scroll up on your mouse wheel and scroll down or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe you click on your mouse wheel. Right, I don't know. No.
I don't know. Oh, it's Alt and mouse wheel.
All right, Martel. You see that the shuttle that has brought the captain and the rest of the away team back to the Argo.
Okay. And when Captain Haggard comes on the bridge, Martell will get up, salute him. Sir,
Okay,
the bridge is yours.
thank you, Commander. Commander, I'd like you to work with Sonadel and Dae. We have knowledge of a likely terrorist assault on the power grid in the southern hemisphere of Bajor. It's very important that both the northern and southern hemispheres' power grids remain in operation. There is a chance that other enemies of the Empire might take advantage of them going down to establish an entrenched presence. We cannot let this happen. So, need you. The Admiral should be sending over plans. I need the three of you to figure out vulnerabilities and options and see what you can figure out. We've got full authority in this matter.
Understood. I'll try and find the most likely target.
Work quickly and report back.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to look at the data and make it a strategy thing, like a security thing, to see what would be the most likely way that I would go about, attacking and whatnot. If I was him.
Sonadel will look for what type of explosive would take out a building that big that's not a photon. Although she will follow Martel.
This is going to be a reason plus security, difficulty 3. This is by the ship's computers plus security. Also keep in mind, this is a new scene. You're down. You have no momentum currently.
Yeah.
That
Yep. I believe the reason security is for the die.
Okay. Security and what was it again?
Reason.
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 Yeah. Because I'm looking for explosives.
Investigation is a Focus.
Yeah.
I'll burn 3 threat. And I didn't roll it. I thought I clicked the button. I'll click it again.
Roll 20 may just be lagging.
Cool. You might get 2 of them.
Does it to me all the time. I think we'll go with the first one because that's 6.
Whatever the your GM says.
It'll be the first one, so you guys get 2 momentum.
You got
Nice.
it.
Tough plan. Sweet.
Well, the computer's got 1 too, so it would be 3 momentum if it was difficulty 3. Successes total.
I don't remember the difficulty of it. My bad.
Difficulty 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So 4, 5, 6. Yep.
I will keep the information to myself for a moment.
Yep.
And I'm guessing Martel will probably approach it from an engineering standpoint, trying to figure out which one would be the most likely to do the most damage grid-wise. Like, if this one went down, how much of the area would be affected? If this one went
Well-
down, same old, trying to find the one that would deal the most damage.
Oh yeah. The spot on the southern. Yeah. I was like, what? Okay. Sorry, I was trying to piece it together.
Ooh. Okay.
Reason plus engineering difficulty is 2. Accessibility ships computers plus engineering.
Focus on EPS power systems.
Not in this case, no.
Okay, then in that case, I'll just spend 1 momentum.
I will jot down my notes and I will send them directly to the captain immediately.
Two momentum so far.
Sonadel is looking for possible types of explosives. Like, what would they need to take down a single section of it? What kind of explosive would they need to take out the whole building? Kind of thing.
I like the Lieutenant Commander. She says, would you like some more
Reason
coffee?
plus security.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, be reason plus engineering difficulty is 2.
Okie dokie. 3 threat, 3 momentum. Oh, damn it.
Take all the momentum and the threat.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate it when you do that.
And still didn't get it, I don't think. I think, don't I?
Got it. It's difficulty 2.
Awesome sauce. First game, of course I'm sabotaging all of you.
I thought you only spent 3 and 3, but okay.
I did spend 3 and 3.
All right, cool. So there is 1 momentum left.
I'll ask Martel if you need some coffee.
I'm good. You know I don't trust the yeoman.
That's why I asked to get it for you.
Poor yeoman.
Would you like me
As
to get
long
your
as-
coffee?
As long as you're getting it, Dae.
Of course. She goes and walks by. She brushes up against him because it's kind of tight in there. Oops, that kind of thing.
Well, that's neat. She would send that to the. You probably might not use explosives, but overload the reactor. The captain.
Then I'll go right to the captain. Wherever he may be.
And all Martel does is just forward the information he got to the captain via pad.
We're all just
Not-
giving him
Yeah.
his information.
Well, the thing is, Martel's just forwarding it to via the pad, so he's not.
That's hilarious.
You read.
I love the fact that that Sonadel and Mortel are currently in the break lounge doing all this research.
So hot. and
Pads
sweaty.
and stuff. Yeah.
2 major fusion power plants.
Adele will also walk by him and go, oops. And the same thing Daya did and just walk by. And we'll come sit down in her chair.
I've conducted my research, Captain.
Let's see what we've got.
It's going straight to you. She's uncorrupted.
Okay. Oh, got something from Martel too. Sorry guys, give me a second to read.
Sure.
I just said mine out loud. I don't have the ability to just send it to you. Sorry.
I like how everybody just like individually sent it to him. Want to get credit for whatever they know. That's funny to me.
All right, what's Martel's? Okay, and what was yours, Sonadel?
No explosives. They could easily overload the reactor if they could get in.
She says there must be. She looks over. That's how they would attack.
Have you ever seen a reactor overload? You don't really need a lot of explosives when those go off.
And if they're suicidal, don't expect necessarily to survive, as long as they can keep us out long enough for the reactors to blow or overload, they win. Can Haggard review, now that they've gone over it, kind of review all their work and see, make his own kind of tactical judgment, see if there's anything they might have missed? Or see if my set of eyes on top of theirs can get a different perspective.
Reason plus security difficulty 2?
Dang, I was hoping that would be something commandy, but nope. Strategy and tactics as a focus.
Of course.
Okay. Do we actually have that one momentum?
You do.
Okay, so I will spend that one momentum for an extra die, so I just don't feel like giving you threat right now. So here really goes nothing. I got a 50-50 chance. Huh. Hey, what do you know?
Get the momentum back. Everything research they've done seems pretty close on par. It's really unclear on which one they could attack because both are viable targets.
And
Except the guy did say specifically the southern one, and he wasn't lying about
There's two.
two in the
two.
south,
Two of
yeah.
them.
And
Yeah,
they're,
two.
I'm assuming, not in the same location.
They're not in the same location, no.
How far apart are they?
Like geographically, one's on one end, one's on the other end.
End
Pretty kind of almost opposite.
of the continent, or? So there are two fusion plants
Not
for
really. There's multiple continents. So there's one on one continent in the southern hemisphere, and there's
Okay.
one on the other continent on the southern hemisphere.
So do both of them have to be operating in order to keep the planetary defense grid online? Or could one be offline and the other one supporting the grid?
No. So if one went offline, that section on the southern hemisphere would be offline.
Okay, so we have to make sure that both of them are protected. Are they situated inside cities? Are they,
They're
the
near
security
cities.
okay, but kind of like on the outskirts or something?
Kinda.
Okay, security fences and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for the most part. But Bajorans, the least line or in the stuff, and I'll give this to you for free. Bajorans are known to work in the power plants.
Are they critical workers? Or are they in more secondary, non-critical positions?
Better not to give this to you or to make you use your momentum. That'll be a momentum cost.
I say we spend it, guys.
Yes.
Make it so, number one.
So, most of them don't work in key positions. There are a few that have elevated access for waste disposal and stuff like that for the reactors themselves.
Right.
Most of the advanced stuff are usually run by Imperial engineers. But there are known a few Bajorans that have elevated themselves to a higher status and help with some of those duties.
All right. So you have some people dealing with reactor waste and stuff, which is a potential vulnerability for overloading or messing up a reactor. And then we have some who've worked their way up in the Empire's confidence who are in definite position to do some damage. All right.
Do we have a number of the Bajorans on the thingy, Captain? I don't know.
How many people are we talking total?
It varies from plant to plant.
Okay.
You don't have any momentum, so.
Fair enough. Senior staff in the
Someone
briefing
spent it all.
room. 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Captain.
Sonadel will walk in. My computer acts right. Oh, look at that. Sonadel's in a man sandwich. That's fun.
Come on, Wolfgang. Come on. Don't be afraid. Come on.
Here, woofy, woofy, woofy,
Well-
woofy.
Gonna kill you a little bit.
Ah, nice of you to join us, number one.
Sir.
All right. Good work, everyone. This is what we have. Southern Power Grid is supported by 2 fusion reactors here and here. I'll highlight them on the screen. Either one goes down and creates a hole in the grid large enough for a potential theoretical enemy force to invade and dig in. We have to make sure that both stay online. There are a few Bajorans who work in both facilities. Most are non-critical jobs. A few have access to dealing with reactor waste and maintenance, and a few are even higher up. I think these are our main points of vulnerability. Suggestions?
What sort of ground forces do we have, Captain?
Is that the data provided to us, GM, from the Dominator?
In terms of, like, I only heard part of that, so.
Ground forces, security. What kind of numbers does
Each-
Empire have?
Currently, there's about 5,000 troops spread out across the planet. Each power plant roughly has a total of 30 guards patrolling 3 different shifts. So 10 guards per shift for each power plant.
Well, what we could do, assuming they're not in on it, is liaison with the head of security for the plants and coordinate from there to shake down what we can without alerting the targets or the attackers, and we can systematically sweep each area quickly while not alerting them too much with a full-on security sweep. If we start clearing hallways aggressively or purging, we'll likely lose our target and lose any intelligence that we could have gathered.
Well, our objective is to make sure the plants stay online, so perhaps we should consider firing all the Bajoran workers and replacing them, at least temporarily, with engineering crews from the fleet.
Negative, sir. I mean, Captain. I mean, I wouldn't suggest that, because if we do that, if I were them, I'd move up my timetable to respond, or they might do something rash, which on the plus side, we find out what we're looking for. On the downside, the plants are endangered.
It makes more alternatives for them to implant somebody, she says, new into the system, rather than using the existing workers.
Then why can't we do the same?
Do you think they're trying to overload the reactors that are going to use something to put in the reactor?
It's more likely they're going to overload the reactors. It's easier, less chance to get caught. She uses her air quotes.
I was just thinking if they are looking to put something in the reactor for that.
Right. So,
But if our goal is not to, then why can't we do the same? Just place new people down there that look like Bajorans.
Yes, Captain. Sonadell's undercover work, she says, is pretty good, isn't it?
I mean,
now, girls, don't
I
fight.
don't mean to brag.
Enough. You're speaking in front of the captain. Maintain yourselves.
So,
Roll their eyes.
infiltrate, liaison with existing security forces to carry out as quiet a sweep as possible. Perhaps have some of our own security forces there to act as a rapid reaction force, number one.
Yes, sir. A combination of the two means that with our open hand, the closed hand is shielded. We can slip things in while we're still looking like we're going to hit them. And if we happen to hit them, great. If not, some plants get in there.
So we're
do
going
it back
to
on Earth.
Yes. Sorry, number one. Go ahead.
Oh, they do it back on Earth. It's the same idea.
So we're going to need 2 teams, one for each of the fusion plants. Do we want to interview the Bajoran workers as part of our security sweep, or would that put the wind up?
We would sweep everybody. General security sweep, loyalty tests,
All right.
rights of loyalty, all that.
All right. Commander Martell and Mr. von Wartburg as well. Any chance that we could add another security protocol layer to the fusion controls to give us the ability to stop or lock out someone attempting to overload the reactors? Assuming we would get access, of course, which we will.
I possibly could encrypt the controls so as to only allow Imperial access codes.
Well, we don't want to make it difficult for ordinary operations. Just we want to prevent. We want to make it more difficult to send the reactor into overload or emergency shutdown.
A quick lockdown code, I think the captain's referring to.
Or lockout code.
I'll have to get there and see what I can do in person.
Right.
At least one of them, and have one of my other so-called engineers look at the other one.
I would be happy to manage the overt security force. Sonadel would make probably a much better Bajoran, and she can do the covert for you. We can speak telepathically to each other, Captain. And be in communication.
That's in one reactor facility. Who's going to go into the other?
Captain, I don't think our telepathic link is as long as we're on the same planet. Looks. She hasn't actually tested it, but it's an idea.
You can't have so literally the way that the telepathic stuff works is you kind of have to be eyesight of each other, really.
Okay. Fair enough.
So like if you could be, say, someone on the planet and in a ship, and on the view screen if you saw them, then you can pick that up.
Okay.
But it's one of those things, like if you're on one of the planet, on the other end of the planet, and you can't see each other,
Got it.
Yeah.
There's no link.
But if I'm on a ship, though, can I like reach out my thoughts to another side of the ship or something?
No.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Probably not be able to communicate, but like able to sense each other. But that's it, I would guess.
Doctor, would it be possible to implant our covert operatives with some sort of subdermal transmitter and receiver that would be difficult to detect and would give them the abilities for more covert communications options?
Yes, of course. That shouldn't take me that long, as we can find another smaller one from the engineers to pass to me.
Mr. Martell, make that so. Well, number one, you are the one with the covert operations experience. You feel Bajoran today?
Sir?
All right. Yes.
I suppose I could, sir. It's I'm not familiar with their ways. I was actually thinking of possibly working on helping with the software encryption. I can use some of my staff here to set that in motion while Martel works on the more practical side of things.
It's not that hard to impersonate them. She just look needy and pathetic.
Put a couple of those ugly ridges on your nose.
All right, both of you, listen up and be careful. Just because they are on the wrong end of history, because they are needy and pathetic, doesn't mean that you can underestimate these people. From what I can tell, the Bajoran resistance is dedicated and deadly. Don't take them lightly. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Very well. Well then, it looks like I may have to play the Bajoran.
Then I recommend an empath with each group. She says, rather than have us go together. She says, I can be with the captain and Sonadel with Martel. Or von Wartburg if he requires.
If the captain goes down, I can stay with the ship and monitor from here and then beam down as needed. Show the command colors, as it were. Captain here is more than capable of being subtle.
Then it's myself and the captain and Martel and Sonadel.
I'd advise bringing along someone who knows to throw a punch, not a phaser, a punch. Otherwise, you're going to find a bunch of rough, dedicated people who, if they find you out, might decide to cave your head in with a stick or pipe or whatever.
She cracks her knuckles at the table.
So, Daya, you're going to be commanding the security response force?
Should we be ready to beam them out as soon as possible, Captain? If any injuries? Should I ready a sick there?
Definitely. So, okay. Dai, are you going undercover, or are you commanding the security reaction forces? The investigative forces?
If you're going undercover, sir, I prefer to be undercover with you. She smiles.
I'll head the security forces, sir. I can delegate as needed and show my face to spook people.
All right. Sonadel and I will take the southeastern plant. Martel and Daya, you will take the southwestern plant. Commander von Wartburg, you'll coordinate with Martel and see if we can get those communications in place. And Daya, as security chief, liaise with the security chiefs at the operations, and let's get this program on the road. We don't have time to waste. So everyone assemble your teams. Doctor, how long do you need to prepare sickbay to change a few of us into Bajorans, at least externally?
I don't believe it will take that long. If you give me 5-10 minutes, I should be able to arrange a room.
All right. Anyone have anything else?
Sir.
Not at this time, sir.
All right. Dismissed. Number one, if you'll stay behind for a moment, please.
Aye, sir.
Daya looks,
Sonadel. Oh, go ahead.
looks pissed. She looks pissed as she walks out.
Sonadel just kind of winks at her as she walks by.
She doesn't pay any attention to her. She throws a look back at Haggard.
What's she pissed about?
She
She's
wanted
mad at
you're
you.
taking
She seems mad at you.
instead
Seems angry as the captain.
Oh, did I say the captain and Sonadel and you and Martel?
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Oh,
Which makes sense. I mean, an engineer with security and an engineer with security. It makes sense.
Yeah, she looks at him very angered, and then she walks out.
oh, okay. I actually didn't mean to say that, but that'll work.
It does work.
Sonadel will come over and whisper into the captain's ear. The commander's a coward. Fearful. And she walks out.
Sort of wave her off. Once everybody's out. All right, number one, where are you? Because you certainly weren't in this briefing.
It's the visions again.
What this time?
It's the whole planet's just. It isn't bombed. There's no ships here. There's a station. Everything just feels off. Trying to get it out, but I might need more Alkazine from the doctor. It's really hard to concentrate. That's why I didn't want to go undercover. Last thing we need is for me to take off someone's head.
So you're seeing visions of a different Bajor?
Yeah, I see things sometimes. Different ways things turn out. Ways things can be better, can be worse.
I was aware of it, but you got to get yourself together, number one, do what it takes. You've got to be mission focused. We screw this up, none of us survive.
Captain, it was one of those visions that kept me from killing you that day. So I don't know whether to ignore them or listen to them.
Well, considering I owe them my lives, I certainly don't want to take them lightly. You'll have to make your own best judgment. Does what you're seeing seem to be something that we could either cause and or avert?
Yes, no, sort of. It's not very clear.
Well,
Usually the drugs dull it out, but they're very strong now for some reason. The minute we jumped into system.
well, keep me advised, number one, and keep your head screwed on straight. And if you get a flash, don't hesitate to let me know.
Aye, sir.
Dismissed.
Oh, and sir,
Hmm.
watch those empaths.
I always do, number one. Very carefully.
I meant the knives, but I get what you mean, sir.
They're knives and there are knives, Commander.
Aye, sir.
She's walking in the hallway to Martel. She says, "How could he just discard me like that?" She tells him. And for that bald thing.
Martel's like, wait, what?
Nothing. She looks over and she looks angry.
Oh, you're talking about him. I thought you were talking about me. My bad.
She turns over and looks at you. She puts her finger on his chest and she pushes down hard on his chest. You? You thought I was talking about you? She says. She looks him up and down. She says, and she just walks off.
Lieutenant Dyer.
She swings on her foot, spins around,
Look,
looks back over at the
I
Enduran.
must really, really appreciate this. You actually are getting desperate and needy off.
Did you get those medical results that I asked you for?
Yes.
And she walks back.
And don't worry. It's going to be fine.
And she tries to read his emotions. What does he mean by fine?
He means he's completely bullshitting you.
She gives him an angry glance.
All right, Haggard to go on the bridge until all the arrangements have been made with the groundside security and the doctors ready for the various operations.
Yeah.
And at some point before I go down, I'll wander by Dae's station and kind of lean over and say, I'm counting on you to keep Martel safe. You know I can look after myself. But he gets so distracted by machines that somebody could come in with lead boots and put a knife in his back and he wouldn't even turn around. I need you where you're at.
Her eyes kind of like fidget around as if she's thinking really hard about what he's saying. And she just
Besides-
nods her head a little bit.
And I kind of lean closer and whisper, and besides, I know I can trust you out of my sight. And I just sort of stride back to my chair.
I saw. She goes to say something and she shuts up.
Kind of raise an eyebrow at her and then just sort of nod and sit back down until we're ready to move.
All right, Doctor. We'll just make this one roll for everybody. Control plus medicine. Difficulty is going to be 2. Since with the ship sick bay would be 3, reduces that by 1. So difficulty 2.
Ship assisting?
No, the ship kind of assists with the advantage
Okay.
for the medical staff. So
Do we have any momentum?
We do not.
nope.
Don't think we. I'm trying to think. Trauma surgery, no. Xenobiology? Because technically none of them are Andorians.
Do you have surgery?
Only trauma.
Oh, that's right. I'll allow it, but I'm going to increase the complication range by 1.
Okay. I'll take a threat. Three.
Adele looks like Moulin Rouge Nicole Kidman with Bajoran ridges.
I gotta head out, guys. I'm getting kidnapped for my birthday. For
Okay.
dinner. So family's like, we're going to dinner. Get off the computer. So I was like, damn. So I apologize, but you guys have a good one. This
Well,
looks like it's going pretty good.
Since we're about to dive in, do we maybe just want to stop here or go forward, guys? What do you think?
I mean, Daya is part of the whole plan, so yeah. We can,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to
You're
Chris.
separated into 2 groups. So I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna roll a challenge dice. It's gonna be a random number to figure out which group is getting which. So, because it's just
Nice.
one plan.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, play as much as you guys want, man.
Okay.
And oh yeah, I just dropped a little bit of intrigue and story to. The doctor needs to give me my information.
Yeah, I noticed that.
All right, I'm out. Guys,
All right,
take
happy
care.
birthday.
I'll
birthday,
definitely listen to the
Owen.
games. Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah.
And feel free to roleplay my character if you want, Brax, if that helps the story out.
okay. I was actually gonna throw out the wrench to that, but
Okay. Do whatever you want.
See ya, man.
all right. Challenge dice. All right, well. captain's team it is. All right. So, both teams beam down to the power plants, one respectfully. I believe it was Captain Sonadel and who else? It was teams of 3, is that right, or teams of 2?
It was Captain Sonadel, and then Wartburg was going to beam wherever he needed to be to do the computer programming and whatnot, and then it was Martel and Dye on the other end, and Wartburg was also in charge of the Rapid Reaction Security Force.
And are you guys taking security personnel, at least one security personnel on each side, or
Sure.
supporting character-wise?
Yeah, we've got the crew support.
Mm-hmm.
Bump that up to 2.
Considering one is the Turtle Man and the other one is, which I don't know if you would have a Rigelian or
All right, we got Andorian and Rigelian. We've got very non-human. Hey, why don't we bring back Solek? It's the Mirror Universe.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Vulcan
back in
security officer makes.
All right.
So Solek and Shishran.
Yep.
Yeah, just because it's an Andorian base doesn't necessarily mean a Bajoran base doesn't mean they all have to be Bajoran. Andorians would be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we'll need to get, all the papers and whatnot to let us, slide in as authorized Bajoran workers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Hard labor.
Well, we need to be in the positions that might actually be able to threaten the core rather than the stuff who can't ever get there. So
All right. Shishran or Solek on your team, Captain?
let's look at him.
Sonadel would suggest Solek because she doesn't like how the other women look at you.
Fair enough. Solek then. He doesn't have anything. He does have martial arts, so he's got more punchy punch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, paperwork-wise, I will let Wolfgang do this because he's the one that's going to do all the computer intrigue. This is going to be a control plus con. Yeah, control plus con. Difficulty 1. Assisted by the ship's computers plus con.
And what's this toward?
To give them paperwork identities.
Oh, presence plus con. I might have misheard you.
Control plus con.
Control plus con. I knew it. Infiltration focus.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Do I have a difficulty or is it going to be opposed?
It's difficulty 1.
Okay. I'll give you a threat. For a die.
Oh!
I'm going to let that sit.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect.
Well, this is how he becomes Captain von Wartburg.
Do you have enough of that Borg cube yet?
Oh yeah. So both groups beam down to their respective locations. Man,
That's
Wolfgang
my
just
phone.
gave me all the threat. So, Captain, you get ready to, with your false or doctored identifications, you walk up to a security or Imperial security at the gate. It looks at you as like, we weren't expecting any more workers today.
Guess they needed more help. I handed my whatever IDs, whatever.
I don't know why I'm still on. Yeah, sorry. Tex was like, these are. What are you trying to pull? And the guards draw their phasers.
I don't know what you mean. Please, what's wrong?
These papers are doctrine. Who are you?
No. Stop. Sonadel says and chuckles.
How many guards are there?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
There's two at
Can
the
I break
gate.
them, Captain? Can I break them? She just says,
Well, hold on. I hold up my hands. And did we get the implanted transceivers and all that?
Yeah.
Commander von Wartburg, there appears to be some difficulty with our papers.
Who the hell are you talking to? Get down on the ground now. As they're pointing their phasers at you.
Oh, God. So, nothing back from Wartburg, huh?
Part of the complication, actually.
Oh, okay.
He rolled 2.
That's true on. Oh, all right. And I start to get down, and then I stun the hell out of one of the guards.
and Sonadel will disarm the other one.
Okay. Roll control plus security. Difficulty 2.
Mine is
It's a
daring
move
security.
action to. You don't get to go yet. The captain's going first, then they get to go.
Okay, control security, focus and hand phasers. We'll give you a threat for the third die. Son of a bitch. Wait, shit.
The shot goes wide,
Fuck me.
and alarms sound as the one
Reroll.
guard.
Yeah, I think I will use the determination and reroll. Fuck. With fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
That's better. 2 momentum.
2 momentum gain. Roll damage.
Phaser. I'll spend one of those momentum to reroll those 4 damn dice.
Oh man.
Captain is sucking tonight. No.
That's 4.
You hit him. He's still up. Takes the hit. He's not very happy. He
not
moves
either.
into cover. No, he moves into cover, and then returns fire. Oh, I need to do this.
Ouch. Hey guys, have you ever seen a blade dancer?
Shit. It's a phaser rifle.
It is.
7. Jesus.
Yep, 7. Luckily, it wasn't charged. Or was he aiming? It's literally one of those. It's a shot as he fires at you,
Right.
as he ducks into like an enclosure.
Well, I'll give you 2 threat to avoid the injury.
All right. Turn passes to you.
Yep. Sonadel is disarming the other guy.
So
Taking his
Fistica.
weapon is what's going to happen. Yes, fisticuffs.
Pose daring security.
And I'm spending my determination on the value I don't run from a fight. And I will give you 2 threat.
All right.
5.
Countering that. Gain 1 momentum.
Hole cocks him and takes his rifle. Nah.
You have to spend momentum to disarm.
2 momentum,
Oh, it's
Actually,
2.
yes, yeah, 2 momentum.
which I assume.
You sure?
And she's
Sure. I'm could have sworn
And
it
then-
was only
178.
1 momentum.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fine. Yeah. And then I guess
two.
as her,
Yeah. I was wondering that myself.
she will take her
Yeah, I
movement
couldn't
to
remember if it was 1 or 2.
cover with the rifle.
Your movement was to move in within range because you were at medium.
Oh, okay,
So-
never mind then. Levels the rifle at him then.
Yeah, he is knocked down because of the effects.
Mm-hmm.
He's out. I can't spend. These guys they're minor, so I can't even spend threat to keep him up. So
Yeah, she's
turn-
actually leveling it with the other guy with the rifle up.
yeah,
But
you
yeah.
went after the one that didn't shoot, so it's back to you. So it's the nope. Stop the round. So oh yeah, now Solik. Yep, Solik goes in his top.
Mm-hmm.
Solik
So
is
whoever
a
wants to play
security
Solik.
man.
Yup.
Doctor, you can grab him if you want. Or I can.
Yeah, I think he's currently doing something.
The last guy standing is behind cover, so Solik's gonna move up to him and use some of his Vulcan martial arts on him.
Okay.
Uh,
Daring security.
and has focus through martial arts. And I'll give you a threat for an extra die because it's going to be opposed. So,
Spending that threat you gave me.
yep.
Ouch. Ooh. Okay. You get 4 momentum. Roll damage.
Oh, go Solik.
Yeah, he goes down.
Yeah, Sonadel executes the both of them for being assholes, and then walks over and checks the captain.
Yep,
That's 2 threat.
Haggard will go to the control booth and shut down the alarms. And do us a
Control plus security. Difficulty 0.
control security difficulty 0. This is Haggard, yeah, okay. There we go. 3 momentum.
You're capped.
And I'll use my command authorization codes working for Admiral Bennett to have everybody return to normal security operations. Authorization Haggard Alpha 618 Omega 2. Because that's a string of digits and Greek letters.
So
Omega 3
you have
are
to
just
spend 2
copied.
momentum. 2 momentum for that advantage.
Perfect, that works.
I believe you had a floater too, so you would go be at 5.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And then Haggard to Commander Wartburg. Come in, please. Commander von Wartburg.
Mirror on the bridge looks to the commander's like calling for you.
Huh? Oh, verify it's actually him. Like, make sure it's actually his comm badge and not someone pretending to be him. Or his communicator.
He was wearing a transponder, sir.
That's why it doesn't sound right. Yeah, put him on. Captain, go ahead.
So, it appears that the identification that you provided us with is absolutely worthless. Care to re-examine the quality of your work there and rectify this error, Commander?
I follow the same protocols that they had last month. It's all up to standard.
Perhaps their protocols have changed within the last month.
Damn it. Are you all right, Captain?
I'll do for the moment. Although I'm not at my top form. So let's get this straightened out with a quickness. What say you, number 1?
Do you have access to one of the control panels? I assume that's why you're not dead right now.
Yes.
You should be able to update it using their current protocols and update your file. I would advise changing the name a little bit. Grab some other random Bajor name off the file, and that should be enough.
All right.
That way you'll have their protocols. Because it's entirely possible that either I'm outdated, or they changed them very recently, which, given the current threat, that's very possible, and is the most likely solution. So I would go with that, Captain.
All right. Walk me through it, number 1.
All right.
I'll do whatever rolls, and maybe the commander can assist.
Just you can spend 2 momentum to update it.
Sure. Okay. For everybody.
Damn, because this is actually happening simultaneously, just so you're aware.
Everybody? Oh, everyone lived? Oh, that's good news. So yeah, for female, you would do this.
All right. So
Yeah.
take care of everybody. All right.
Just kind of looks at Haggard and goes, I don't think he likes me very much.
Getting to wonder about the commander. And anyway, let's get this op on and Oh, I did have a resistance of 1 there, so that should have taken that down to 6. Oh, I'm not wearing my damn armor. So,
You're not.
so just remind me to stay behind you when the shooting breaks out, Sonadel, or remind me not to start shooting. Was my mistake.
Yeah.
All right.
So at the other power plant, Martel, when you be now and you come up to a gate where there's 2 guards.
Okay.
And they stop you. Identification, please.
And I'll just hand over my papers.
One moment. As the guard goes, checks the papers. They're... It's odd.
What?
Your security code clearance is not up to par. When did you acquire these papers?
Approximately last month.
Of course. What is your business here?
Out of character, I look like a Bajoran, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Waste disposal.
Ugh. Very well. Be sure you get the these papers updated, and for the love of God, make sure you wear a safety suit. Don't want to have to pick up your corpse from the irradiated state.
I completely understand.
All right, carry on.
And Martel will head inside, heading to where he told the guard he was going, but also looking for a open computer console that he can use in that same area.
All right, what exactly are you wanting to do on the computer console?
Basically add in a kill switch for or an extra firewall to prevent other hackers from getting in, or to prevent them from remotely overloading the core.
Okay. So that's gonna be control
And no,
plus engineering difficulty 2.
no, I don't want to have basically a kill switch for the entire reactor, because then that does the exact same thing that they're wanting to do. Focusing computers.
Yeah. You're essentially adding a
And
firewall to their mainframe that prevents remote activation.
yeah, and I'm burning all 3 momentum.
God, mirror games are even more thready. Wow.
You get the 3 momentum back. You've implemented a firewall at that power plant to prevent remote activation, to where the core could be remotely detonated or shut down.
Okay. Does either of the other 2 with me look like their normal selves? Or
No,
are they also
everyone's
Bajoran?
yeah, they all look like they're Bajorans.
Okay. All right, yeah. Then in that case, Martel's gonna basically do what he said he was gonna do. He's gonna take one load of waste out and basically look at the security.
Just as you notice, a security guard comes up and stops you. What are you doing? I was told there was no waste removal today.
According to my orders, there were.
Let me see your identification.
Hands it over.
He checks it. Very well. I see. Fine, carry on.
Takes his identification back.
Try not to drop anything.
I'll do my best.
Alright. Back at the other plant.
Right.
The three of you enter the power plant. Where are you going?
Well, I wanted at least one of us to have access to the. You said some Bajorans had kind of a higher level of access.
Some do.
Was it plausible to get us that kind of access or no?
Yes, but the rolls were pretty bad.
Okay,
I
so
would say he wouldn't have been able to get you that advance of access.
all right. All right, Sonadel, let's find a console where you can work some hacking magic and get a firewall in place.
Hmm.
I think your engineering's better than mine.
Well, I mean, I have been doing more in engineering than staring at the engineer's ass, she says. Go console and start working. Adele likes Martel, why not? I'm still scared of him.
Is it possible to assist or no?
So I'm basically firewalling this like the other one?
Yeah, prevent remote shutdown, overloading.
Okay.
If possible, I'd like it to require an access code that only we have to, shut it down, overload it, whatever,
Okay.
so that they can't do it.
Just as you get started working on the console, a Bajoran worker approaches the three of you. Is like, "You're not. There wasn't supposed to be any more workers today. What are you doing here? It's not safe."
Is it ever safe with the Terrans around? But I mean, we go where they tell us. What else are we going to do? They have our families.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
They basically forced us, she says. We're not here of our own free will, she says. They took my little sister.
We have skills they needed, so we go where they tell us.
Or they kill who we love.
She looks at puzzling at the two of you. Is like, "Who are you? You're not Bajorans, are you?" And she slowly backs away.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I put the phaser rifle on stun and blast her. Question her later.
Maybe we should just try to knock her out with
Stun is knocking her out.
fisticuffs. Fair enough. Just wonder if the phaser will set off alarms.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then yeah, no, she'll go full. If he's like, nope, alarms, she'll be like, oh, she'll lower the weapon and then, bah, in her face. Be fun.
Okay.
Or Haggard can try and knock her out before that.
There we go.
Her out.
Pose daring security.
All right. I'll go for it. I've got mean right hooks, and that way you're wrestling with a rifle, and I'll just sort of, no, step in, pow, alarms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll give you, do we have any momentum? Yes, we do. So I'll give you a momentum for an extra die. Don't have an applicable focus. Here's nothing. 2. Damn it, man. I swear the captain cannot roll to save his life tonight. Literally.
That's fine. That's why you brought me. I'm waiting for him to roll damage, and then I can say the 2 words that I want to say. Or the words that I want to say.
Take 3 stress and you're knocked down.
2 momentum to keep the initiative, and Son Adele is going to follow up. And, yeah, let's shoot for the moon. 6 threat. No, I take that back. 5 threat, and I'm burning a milestone. I don't run from a fight.
Was this a new scene by any chance?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I had someone talking in my ear. Okay,
Oh.
What were you doing?
Burning a milestone for the value, and using determination. I don't run from a fight for 2 auto successes.
You stop. So you were using a saved milestone on what were you calling it from? Because really, technically, those saved milestones, I don't think you really want to spend that, especially since this is a crossover event.
Fine, then I will just do the 3 that it was then.
All right, so that's 3 threat.
Yeah. Of course.
And Prax, for purposes of
momentum.
threat tracking, was this a new scene or no? Or stress tracking?
It was a new scene a long time ago.
Okay.
Spinning the momentum to reroll.
Okay.
The 3.
So Haggard is feeling better.
No, he's not. The start when you beam down was the start of the new scene.
Okay, so it's not a new scene since then. Okay, that's what I need to know.
All right, they take 4. They're still up.
Well, she's knocked down, but yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Spinning a threat for an extra minor. She gets up, backs away, and then I need to spend another threat. Actually, this is gonna be close. So.
Just having fun being able to go murder hobo and everything. It's fantastic.
Oh, why not? spend.
Bring it, big boy.
So the Bajoran, and this is a kill, pulls out their phaser rifle, or not phaser rifle, but their phaser pistol that they were concealing, and they shoot point blank at you, and misses, because it is a difficulty 3 because it's close range.
It's Solec's turn.
Take her down, Solik.
He got a phaser rifle.
Solik being a loyal. Wait, everyone else is punching him. But then again, this person's shot, so that's escalated. So he's going to aim his rifle and fire at the Bajorn.
All right.
Spend
control security.
Control security. Hand phasers focus.
It's a phaser rifle. So no.
Oh, okay. Huh. Have a threat then. And bang. I didn't need to aim at all.
All right. Roll damage. It's 4 plus security, so it'll be 8 challenge dice. All right, they go down. Was this lethal?
It would have been, considering the character. So you get a threat out of that.
They go down.
They get disintegrated.
No, but
Oh.
they are definitely dead. Well, not dead, not yet.
Well, I can
Lethally
guess
injured.
this is one of them.
Senadel, check that panel. See if anything's already going on with the reactor.
Yes, sir. And she spins and goes to the panel.
Haggard has his phaser out. Uh-oh.
Sonadel will look at the captain and say, "Captain," and toss him the Type 3.
Okay. Better with hand phasers. But
She thinks you look cooler with a phaser rifle.
you have another phaser, or?
I have a Type 2.
Okay.
So,
And my dagger.
up above you, there are 3 more Bajorans who take aim and start shooting at you.
Mm-hmm. Type 2 is 3 plus security,
So-
right?
Yep, but one of the Bajorans is going first because it's the top of the round, or top of a new round.
Haggard invokes
Kill.
Captain's Luck.
It is actually aimed at Solik because he fired the last shot.
What did he ever do? Oh, he killed one of their friends, right?
Haha. That's why I said, Solik, take him out.
7 to Solik, and it is lethal.
Poor Solik. It's just us now, Captain.
Yeah, your captain has 1 stress left.
That'll be fun. Is it
your
our
guys'
turn
go. Yes.
behind them? On the catwalk?
It is whose go?
It's your guys' go, so either one of you can go.
All right, let me
Um,
go first, if you don't mind, Sonadel.
Oh, I was just going to explode a console and try to get all 3 of them, but okay. Go ahead.
They're spread out. They're on a catwalk, and they're not anywhere near a console.
The captain's
face.
going to take cover and then contact the Argo. Commander Wardberg, we've found the enemy. Beam that security force down now. My coordinates. Landing zone is hot.
Security plan. Oh, actually, it's not my turn yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I assume I get that message.
Oh, actually,
you get
I'll
that
make
message.
I'll make
Okay.
that a direct. I'll direct him to beam him down to
Oh.
my position.
That's
Get
one
them
way
the
to do
hell
it, yeah.
down here now!
Will you allow that, Prax, or?
So he already messaged me that the security teams are already there.
Oh.
At your location.
Woot.
But I could, with his direct, I could probably tell one of them to activate my plan. Because we'll get a security team to him, just not the way I was intending.
Yes, you can enact your plan.
Okay. So, and if you have to roll anything, I can assist you with presence command as a direct.
This is going to be presence plus security. I'll look something up real quick.
I don't have to be an empath to say they don't like us.
Remind me never to have us go on covert operations again. We're bad at this.
That's only because we trusted the commander, Captain.
Okay, so this is a presence plus security. It's a opposed task with the resistant members that are in the facility. So, and this is them fighting each other off, essentially.
The Starfleet versus the Bajorans, in other words.
Yes. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
So who gets to roll for our side?
I'm gonna.
Be the Wolfgang, and then you can assist with command presence.
Nice.
Kill them all, let God sort them.
Team dynamics focus.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't roll for this before, so I can't use testing a theory. Unfortunately.
Earn that determination, boy.
Don't call me boy. No. You know what?
Buddy,
Fine.
pal.
You fight the Bajors.
not
I don't
your-
care. No.
I'm not your pal, friend.
I'm your friend, buddy.
I'm gonna spend
not your
toward the value. Service doesn't always ask us what we expect.
No,
This is expected.
because this is expected.
Yeah. I'll just give you threat instead to give me 2 extra dice.
So 3 threat.
Yeah. And bang.
Ouch.
And then presence
Captain,
command
you're...
assist.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not.
Starfleet, yo.
Yeah, so 5 momentum gained from that. And the rest of the freedom fighters can't go for the remainder of this turn because they're tied up dealing with currently other forces that you've brought in.
Nice.
Coolies. Then Sonadel will, while they're busy, rig the safeties that the captain wanted.
And make sure they've not already set things to blow.
Yes, Captain. And she does that.
GM, may I spend 2 momentum to make sure they evacuate all the Bajorans that are there?
Not the ones that are currently engaged in combat.
Oh, right. They haven't gotten to them. Got it. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, the security teams, like, they're evacuating ones that aren't resisting, but the ones that are, they're shooting back.
Oh, okay. They're pinned down and busy. Got it.
Yes.
That works.
But yes, what do I have to do to rig the safeties again? And see if it's set to overload?
So insight plus engineering difficulty is 1.
Okay. I'll just roll it. I'll spend a momentum for a third dice. And then immediately
get
get
back. I can spell.
Mhm. Ops. I thought we were just going in and shooting things.
That's why we're bad at covered ops.
This is why you're bad at cover-ups.
She immediately
Shut up, Martel.
she gets an angry look on her face and says, "We have about 10 minutes," and she starts to work trying to stop the overload.
Alright, turn passes back to you guys.
So you managed to lock everything down, Sonadel?
It's Captain. 10 minutes till it
Oh.
blows.
Oh.
That's what it says, or it's starting to overload, is what it says.
Can you stop it?
Yes, Captain. I believe I can.
You can give me a momentum, but to answer a question that I'll give you, but
Sure, why not?
I believe he did have one floating momentum from that as well, from the roll. So that didn't actually come from our pool, Wolfgang.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good idea, Martel.
Are you kidding me? She just slams her hands on the console. Are you kidding me?
Report!
Down. I don't think I have the security access. God. And she just keeps trying to get them off lockdown before, if she can. If not, I wonder, what would it take to just shut the whole damn thing down and then restart it?
So you can't shut it down, because as soon as it goes down, that's accomplishing their goal. We've got to stop it from going down.
I can bring it back up, though, Captain.
Quick
If I
enough?
shut it down... Not sure. Huh.
Yeah, that's the thing. So basically you're locked out is what's happening?
Yes.
All right. So are you taking an action now, or...
Can she work on the lockout? Be her action.
that would be That's going to be a control plus security, difficulty 4.
Woof.
Okay. All right. 3 and 3 again.
I can direct one more time. You want me to use it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Still gonna do 3 and 3.
Sonadel, get that lockout. Get into that lockout.
Yeah.
That at least gives you another die from me.
It's 3.
Oh, Cat Maggard. Yes.
Yes.
Alright, you bypass the security lock. and pass it to you. After this, one of the freedom fighters will be able to go.
Okay. As soon as I get access, I will. Sonadel can do this. Don't backseat game. But yeah,
I can sense what's coming.
That's the next action, Martel, but I wanted to get us in there first.
I can sense.
But yeah, she's gonna stop the overload.
So this is going to be a interval. It's going to be an extended task.
It is. I know.
It's difficulty 4. Complication range is 2. Resistance is 2.
Okay. That's fine.
Work is 17. Magnitude is 4.
As soon as Haggard gets the chance, he's going to order Wartburg to beam Martel over to our location. I'm just throwing it out there now.
2 momentum.
So keep in mind, we're in extended task mode. So, and we're doing this as a time interval, which means you have 8 intervals. Each time you do a task, it's going to take up 2 intervals. So if you're having someone transport over from one location to another, that's going to cost 1 interval.
Okay, so instead of that, then I'm going to, while trying to remain undercover, assist with the task.
Okay, that works. I'm rolling 4 dice.
Just so you know,
Under
this
fire.
is under fire.
Yeah, we're gonna have to count on our forces to keep them occupied.
Okay. Yeah. 2 momentum, 1 threat, 4 dice.
What's the difficulty we're looking at?
4.
It's difficulty 4. It's actually
I think I
control
rolled the
engineering,
wrong
not
one.
control security. You did.
Either way, yeah.
Which one? What are we rolling for?
Either way. 4. It's control engineering. Difficulty is 4 to start.
Ugh.
And that uses up 1 interval. So you're
Okay,
down to 6 intervals.
And I'm just doing an assist,
And-
so yeah, didn't make it.
No. That's fine. Now we can do Martel. Now she'll say, I need Martel.
Yeah, but that'll use up an interval.
Which means you'll have 1 interval left. Or 2 intervals left after that. Freedom fighters are going to go. They're going to shoot at Sana, though.
Oof.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Okay, yeah. Even my idea is lethal.
Uh-huh.
6.
She dies. I'm not gonna. Yeah, she dies. She's
Damn
hit. She
it.
dies. Yep.
What was she
Yep.
at?
So
Well, no, I'm not. If it's lethal, I'm not. Like, I'm just taking it. So she.
Okay, so it is lethal. You're not technically dead.
till the end.
You're not avoiding the. You didn't spend not to avoid injury. Like, did
Didn't.
I even hit your stress before?
You just hit her for 6 though.
Yeah. So where were you at on stress?
I think she just decided
12.
to take it. Is what she's saying.
Yeah, so she takes the lethal injury and goes down rather. She's not dead because her stress hasn't been touched until now, I think.
Right. So if you don't get first aid by the end of the scene, you'll be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Alright.
now I call Martel in. And I don't know if I can give that order and do a recover action.
You can, but you would have to.
One momentum, one threat for a swift task.
It'd still be a momentum cost. You would have to have 2 momentum to do this, to do the swift.
Yeah,
It'd be an
so
increased difficulty.
I will get under as much cover as I can while making the order. How about that?
All right, so you're gonna go into full cover, so you get 4 challenge dice of resistance.
Sure. And call Martel, warning that the landing zone is hot.
So someone on the ship is gonna have to make a difficulty 3, because I think you have advanced sensors. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Difficulty
Activate
3, control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
Yeah, whoever wants to
Okay.
do it, use Anders. He's got all sorts of transporter goodness and I think a value.
Oh yeah, he
It's
does.
my moisturizer. It's made of pig's placenta. Costs a fortune and smells like arse, but it is exceedingly effective.
Hot mic.
What are you looking for?
Hmm.
Kitchen.
Let's see. So yeah, it would be Anders and control engineering. Yeah, he'll go on ahead and pop his determination. My crew is my family, and just roll 2 dice.
And ships assisting with what?
Should be sensors engineering.
Sensors.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Difficulty 3.
Oof. So we got 4. Get a momentum.
All right, get a momentum, and Martel will arrive shortly. So you did
Very
your
good.
direct. No, that was it wasn't a direct. So
Yeah, that was just my action to give an order. I've still got 1
All
direct in my pocket because of the talent, but I'm staying undercover because.
you're down to 4 intervals.
Okay. Will he have 4 intervals when he gets here?
Yes, you'll have 4 intervals unless you go.
Unless I go. So, okay.
One of them is going to take fire at you, Captain.
Okay. Just pray to God.
Mhm.
Haha.
Hello.
Their gun doesn't fire. It actually it's jammed, and they will not be able to go next round.
Hooray!
All right. The other one is firing at the security officers, so he's engaged currently. And Martel appears. I'm gonna assume that the other 3 were transported as well.
Sure.
The other
Yeah,
2.
why not, right? 'Cause-
Can if I use a direct task to be able to basically assist Martel, is that going to eat up interval?
You already used 2 directs.
I did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've used them both.
So
Okay.
you can no
I just
longer
didn't
be
roll
direct.
a assist for the second one, but that's fine. That's cool.
Oh yeah, you Wolfgang, and then Sonadel.
And Sonado. Yeah.
Oh,
Wolfgang
yeah,
and
you're right.
Sonado. All right. So Martel, you have to get 4 breakthroughs. Literally in 2
Should
intervals.
be easy enough. Okay. Yeah, should be easy enough.
Can I
Let's
assist?
see here.
No, because you're in cover.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
This will be a control engineering, I believe, correct?
Control engineering difficulties 4. Comp 2.
Okay. Comp 2.
Resistance 2. Magnitude is 4. Work is 17.
Let's not even worry about the resistance. I love this character so much for that. This will be a 2 and 4 spins.
All right. Three momentum
that
gained,
was rolled as Anders and not me. I
but
changed it earlier.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I think it's the stats are the same, aren't they?
No, that's actually my stats. So his stats are 11 and 4.
Never mind. Yeah.
I
So yeah, 3 momentum gained. Roll 7 challenge dice, please.
Okay. Oop, there we go. And roll. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 work, 8 resistance, 2 breakthroughs.
Sorry, because you have the other thing.
Yeah,
He has all the things.
I
Yeah,
have
no.
all the things.
You do ignore. All right, complication or difficulty drops down to 2. Here's the thing, though. You have 1 interval left. Well,
Yeah,
2
I know.
intervals left. So, yeah, comp 2, difficulty 2, resistance 2, work 8, magnitude 2. Now, my question is, though, are you want to do this as a swift task? This might be your only hope.
Yeah, I would have to.
Or else
Well,
it passes
could
to
you-
somebody else.
Yeah,
If it passes to
so I
somebody
would
else, someone
have
else
to.
will have to do it.
So yeah, that'll be a swift task spin. So we're down to 3 momentum.
Yeah, so this will be difficulty 3.
Yeah. I'm going to spin my determination. Nothing is impossible.
Nice.
And then 3 and 2.
Sure. Give me all this threat. Three momentum.
That's 10 work, 2 breakthroughs.
That does it.
That does that. Yes.
God, he's a badass.
That's actually it was 3 breakthroughs, according to.
Oh yeah,
It's
because it fills up the work track.
Yeah, it fills up the work track. Yeah, you stop the overload on the core. And at that point, a resistance fighter is going to take a spot shot at you. Spending a threat for lethal.
Okay.
Let's roll 3. It's a hit.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, let's spend 2 momentum to stay up.
To avoid the injury.
Well, yeah.
Alright. Turn passes to you. If someone wants to, you have Shran and actually Dae's character is there.
Shran will. Oh, does somebody want a doctor or anybody else want to do Shran? She's a hell of a shot.
Yeah, Dr.
I'll do
Sonic
Shran if you want.
Yeah, she's got Deadeye Marksman, and I think we've actually got the momentum we need to activate that.
Which one's
Shran's in the security, the Andorian.
Yeah. Do we have any momentum?
We have 1, yeah.
Does she have cautious security or just Deadeye Marksman? It's only. He will. It's fire and it's control security. He
Yeah,
will
if you take aim, you can reroll.
Yeah.
You reduce difficulty and get the normal.
So it's difficulty 2. If you do aim.
I thought it was difficulty 1 with Deadeye.
Well, it's difficulty 2, then it drops to 1 with Deadeye Marksman.
Right.
Well,
So
there's an
there's-
extra.
That's 1 momentum, so you're at 2. Roll damage with the type 2.
Might as well spend, well, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's going to take him down.
That one goes down. Was this lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal. We are playing Mirror Universe. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, you're fine.
I believe that's all of them, so Dia gets to go. I believe, even though Dia is not here currently. So Wolfgang, you can technically control their character sheet, I believe.
I believe I can get to it. Yep. One target. Only one target standing.
2.
2.
One has
and
their.
the 2.
The one is jamming. They're looking at their pistol, but they've kind of. You can tell that they're kind of in cover a bit. The other one is open a little bit and shooting.
Fire. She has a phaser with her, I imagine.
Yes.
Actually, Dell had. There was a phaser rifle here somewhere, wasn't there?
Dia, I think, had one.
No, Sonadel.
Sonadel did.
And Solik.
Okay, gonna scoop up Sonadel's rifle as a minor. And
Actually, the captain has that, so I can hand it to you.
oh shoot, right. Can I actually get a rifle from either Solik or the captain? They are a little far away on the board, so I wasn't sure if they're in range.
You'll have to spend a momentum to do
Nah.
2 minors to do that. So you have to move, then grab the rifle from them.
Nah, she'll draw her phaser.
Okay, minor.
And I'll spend toward charging it.
It's a minor to draw. It's a minor to charge.
Yeah. So that costs me 1 momentum, 2?
That costs you 1 momentum.
1. And going to charge for Vicious.
All right.
It's going to be lethal.
Oof.
So much threat.
Hand phaser's focus, thankfully. Do you have bold something? You have cautious, actually, so I will spend 1 momentum for an extra die. That doesn't apply here.
Is control security difficulty 2.
Control. I almost rolled reason. That would have made no sense.
So there was maybe a reason why you didn't.
Oh, I didn't need a reroll.
Difficulty. All right, 3 momentum gained. Roll damage.
3 momentum gained. Scroll down, Type 2 phaser. Bang.
I don't think that's all the dice.
And that's more than plenty with Vicious.
Well, that one's dead.
9, yeah.
Wow, okay, here we go. Yay, lag on roll 20 part.
Oh, yeah, it's like, what are you guys celebrating about?
I was like, I don't see these yet. I don't see it. Then I looked at the other screen like, oh, okay. Yay. Because I have it up twice. Takes a moment. It's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So close to vaporize, but they go down.
I'm going to spend 1 momentum for her to grab cover. With that extra minor action.
Okay. So turn pass. It's start a new round. Turn passes to them, but unfortunately their gun's jammed, so they can't go. So it's you. So Martel, it's one of you 4.
So there's only one Bajoran left up.
Yes, currently.
Should we keep this scum alive, sir?
captain will pop up and shoot it. I will aim and fire.
All right. You're aiming and firing.
I'm just doing stun, though. I'm not doing lethal, so I'm not going to give you any more threat.
Okay.
And
I'm
aim
at
lets me
20 threat.
re-roll, right?
One
Yes.
die.
Reroll
aim-
one die.
Are you using the rifle?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all the dice.
all the dice. Yeah,
Because it's accurate, yeah.
accurate weapons are cool that way.
Just to hit dice or damage dice?
Hit dice.
Dang it.
Okay, so let's see if we can... Difficulty 2 or...
Difficulty is 2, but they have cover.
Okay. Let's see. I will give you a momentum for a third die.
You spending a momentum or giving me threat?
Momentum.
Okay. So the thing is, like, this is confusing. It's like I'm spending momentum, or I'm spending threat, or I'm giving you momentum. Like this is the other way around, guys. Other way.
Did I misspeak?
Other way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
You get the momentum back.
All right. What's the damage on a phaser rifle?
4 plus
4
your
plus
security.
your 4 plus
Okay.
your security, 7.
Yeah, let me just flick it into the phaser thing here. Oof, definitely spinning a momentum and re-roll those.
Y'all.
That's 4 dice. Okay.
4,
out.
yeah.
There we go.
Bam. He has cover. Not that's gonna. Oh, hey, that was pretty good cover.
That's still 6, I believe.
Yeah, it's 6.
You need a
And
double 2s.
They go down and goes down. Not dead. Stunned.
That's right. So we have somebody to interrogate.
And now we get to find out which one of us is the captain's favorite empath.
The one that's not going to bring squalling complications into his life.
Probably her. That's fine.
Well, Martel is going to try and do the recovery task on Sonadel.
Because ouchies.
Think that's a daring medicine?
Out of the office comes a lieutenant commander and shoots over like, "What the hell's going on? You Bajorans, what are you doing here? Men, guards, arrest them."
Haggard says, "Belay that. I'm Captain Ulysses Haggard of the ISS Argo, sent here on a special mission by Admiral Bennett himself. You can check with him to confirm my identity. But stand down. We just saved this facility and prevented the entire southern planetary shield from going down. Since you apparently had let these Bajoran scum in here and gave them the opportunity to sabotage
Whoever
the station."
you are, you're firing weapons at sensitive equipment. You could blow this whole facility up just by engaging in a firefight.
The firefight's over, Ensign. Or Commander. You can ask those officers up there exactly who I am.
He looks at the guards. Take him to the office. I need to talk to them.
Can I do the
And get
recovery
rid of
task
these
on
dead Bajorans. For the love of God.
One of them is only stunned. Keep him for interrogation. Or her, as the case may be. Or them, I mean, you know. So
Yeah,
did we stabilize Sonadel and/or Solik?
you haven't yet. And they're taking
it's a
you
daring
away.
medicine, right?
It is a daring medicine. Difficulty is 2.
Because I was
for
trying to
both.
do that. I was trying to do that while they were talking,
Okay.
and I am spending that 1 momentum. First is Sonadel. Well, crud.
Or not. I die.
You're not dead yet. You're just not stabilized.
The captain gets on the subdermal communicator. Emergency medical beam out. Lieutenant Sonadell and Officer Solek to sickbay. Now. Come on, Anders. Be a good boy.
Difficulty is 2 to beam him up. If you're going to pad, unless you're going straight to sickbay, then it's difficulty 3.
You want to grab him, Martel?
Yeah, I got him pulled up. Give me a second.
I got sensors engineering ready to go. Oh,
We don't have that reduction due to sensors, right?
It already calculated in there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm spending that. Well, no, because I just spent that with that.
we do have a momentum on the board. I think he has.
No, we
cautious-
don't. No, we
Oh.
don't. I spent that.
Oh, okay.
Giving you a threat though.
Sensors engineering.
There we go.
Get a momentum. And Solek and Sonadell are beamed back up to the Argo.
Mm-hmm.
And he motions the guards, to bring the 4 of you, as he's questioning, like, who the hell just did the transport, to his office. And real quick, we're going to cut to sickbay. I'm assuming the doctor arrived there immediately.
Yeah, he would have been there already, I think, once he knew there was fire. Just in case.
Alright, Doctor, it is difficulty 2 for both. You have to make separate rolls for each. But I'm going to spend some threat, because you guys give me all this threat. It's going to be difficulty 4. Complication range is
No.
3 for Sonadell. And difficulty 4 as well for Solek. And we'll go ahead and just spend more, because I got a ton of threat. So difficulty 4, comp 3 for both.
Trauma surgery or emergency medicine for a focus?
Emergency medicine will apply. Just so you're aware, both of them. You know what? As you look at the readings, both of them are dead.
Critical stimulator stat.
Yes. What was it? What stimulator?
Cortical
Oh,
stimulator.
Cortical stimulator.
Let's see.
There's an opportunity cost of 1.
We got that.
Okay.
Isn't it free because he's in medbay?
That's right.
Is it?
Double check, but it's really actually not.
Oh wait, no, it's not the cortical stimulator. What is it? There it is. Opportunity cost 1. Yeah.
He runs over to. What's her name?
Sonadell.
Yeah, might as
Allows
well do
you-
Sonadell first.
To make a medicine roll to attempt to revive patients who have died within the last 5 minutes. Doctors can also use the device to reduce difficulty in any attempt to revive patients who are in a coma or otherwise.
Use
unconscious.
my determination, and I guess I'm up rolling flat. Get 4.
Okay. Yes, you stabilize Sonadell.
I run across, try to use it on the other one. I should have a momentum now, so that should activate.
It's actually difficult. It was difficulty 4. But so here's the thing, though, with
Alright.
cortical stimulator, so you spent the momentum. It was either that or you kept the momentum and you had to use your advantage to get the cortical stimulator. So the advantage could either be used to reduce the difficulty by 1 or have the cortical stimulator.
The cortical stimulator. So what do I have to do? Get 3 on this one? Or is it 4 still?
It is still 4. It's going to be 4, yes.
I'll buy a threat.
Uh,
4.
Alright, you stabilize both Sonadel and Solik.
Done, Doctor.
As the 4 of you are escorted with guards into the office of a certain individual, he's like, "What in the hell are you doing here? And who are you?"
Captain Ulysses Haggard of the ISS Argo, sent here under orders of Admiral Robert Bennett, command 7th Fleet. We learned of a Bajoran attempt to take down the fusion reactor in this facility in order to open up the planetary defense grid, potentially for incursion by other enemy forces of the Empire. My identification code is Haggard 0410 Alpha 7, because that is a string of digits.
And he looks over, checks good. "Okay, Captain Haggard. My question is, why are you shooting up my power plant?"
Because by the time we got here, the Bajorans, who had infiltrated who knows how long ago, had already set the power plant to shut down. Unfortunately, as we were trying to counter this, we were discovered and a firefight ensued. Fortunately, we had security standing by to pin down the mass of their forces, while my helmsman and, at the cost perhaps of her life, I might remind you, and my chief engineer here were able to keep this fusion reactor from going down and keep the planetary defense grid up. In other words, we probably just saved your lives, Commander, and the lives of who knows how many hundreds of troops on the ground.
Very well. This is a mess.
Indeed it is. Were I you, I would double your security and double check your systems, make sure there's nothing lying in wait. They may have failed this time, but they might try again. Fortunately, we have a captive, so perhaps we can bust up their network, as it were. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to my ship and get this pasta out of my nose.
Very well. You look horrible as a Bajoran anyway.
Who doesn't? Yeah, head back to the boat. Get treated back up, get treated for my single remaining stress, and get de-Bajoran while I'm at it.
Alright. You beam back up to the ship. I'm trying to speed up things up. New scene, by the way.
Yay!
As the majority of you, get treated in the surgery, as you're not there, Sonadel. Sorry, you're recovering in sick bay.
She might ask to keep the hair. At least this version of her.
So, Captain, you're still in orbit. Not a whole lot of time has passed. The one individual that you captured is in sick bay for the phaser
Right.
phaser wound. But under lock and under guard, of course.
Right. Being
For
beaten
questioning.
by- Right. And I'll make a report to Admiral Bennett about the operation.
And Captain, I'd like to thank you.
For what, Doctor?
You brought me one back alive, like I asked. You should have that.
We do try to please. And excellent work again on Sonadel and Mr. Solik. They fought hard for the Empire.
And they'll fight again tomorrow, no doubt.
Mirror kind of turns to you, like, Captain, I'm getting reports from Imperial sites that civil unrest has broken out all over Bajor.
What?
Seems the Bajorans are uprising.
Get me Admiral Bennett.
Yes, right away. Captain, I'm a little busy right now. We're currently deploying security teams to all locations where civil unrest. If you can assist on this, it'd be mostly gracious. If not, keep a posture. Cardassians might be making a move. My nose is tingling.
Where do you need us, Admiral?
Take a defensive posture near my vessel.
You can count on us, sir. Argo out. Iran, get us in a position to cover the Admiral's vessel. Mr. Exo, give me long-range scans, see if we've got anything headed our way from Cardassian space, or anywhere else for that matter.
Aye, sir.
Sound red alert.
Mira, combat alert. All hands to stations. Massive fleet incoming. Getting more details.
General quarters, rig for action.
And with that,
Ah,
end it.
well,
I got to be a